لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This year, the heat in Saudi Arabia is going to be very hot. It may raise anywhere between 40 to 55 degrees Celsius, and one of the problems that Hujjaj will face is the risk of developing something called prickly heat, or heat rash. If you're not susceptible to it, if you don't get it, I'm pretty sure you're going to find somebody who has suffered with it. So what is prickly heat? Prickly heat occurs when the body is exposed to sun and the sweat glands on the skin get blocked. When the sweat glands get blocked, the sweat that is developed in the skin starts to track along the skin, causing inflammation to the skin, which presents as either a red rash or red lumps. This rash or lumps can be very itchy, and the itching can lead you to scratching so vigorously that you end up damaging the skin, which then causes more inflammation, causing more itching, and it becomes a vicious cycle. So how can you avoid getting prickly heat? Well, the ways to prevent getting prickly heat is firstly try and avoid the sun as far as you can. During the midday sun, if you don't have to be out and about, try and stay within the confines of your hotel or in the tents in Mina. If you have to be out and about, then try and wear loose, cotton, breathable clothing. You can also use sun blockers, which have a high sun protection factor, ideally above 30, 50 is preferable, but also look at the bottle and make sure that it has coverage for both UVA and UVB to protect the skin. Now, this is easier said than done. For the days of Hajj, especially for the brothers who are going to be in Ihram, where you can't wear scented products like sun blockers, and where a significant part of your skin could be exposed due to the nature of the cloth that you will be wearing. In this case, try and use umbrellas as far as you can to keep yourself in the shade. These are easily available on the streets of Mina, or if you prefer, you like a decent quality umbrella, take one from here in the UK, but try and avoid taking the big golfers' umbrellas because these will only get in the way of the other Hujjaj. Find an umbrella which is easy to carry, but also provides you individually enough coverage to keep the sun off your body. So, loose breathable clothing where possible, sun protection factor if you can use it on the days when you're not in Ihram, and an umbrella to provide you some shade from the sun. If you should develop prickly heat, then instead of scratching, try and pat the actual skin to calm down the itching. You can use a wet cloth over that area to soothe it, and you may even want to try ice cubes in a towel over the itchy area, but try and apply it for no more than 20 minutes to avoid any damage to the skin. If you find that the itching is getting unbearable, you can try medication, which you either can take from the UK as part of your first aid pack, or you can quite easily buy in the pharmacies in Saudi Arabia. The medication you want to take to try and treat the itching are antihistamines, and there's a variety of antihistamines which are non-sedating. In other words, taking these tablets will not make you sleepy during the day. There's various ones, loratadine, cetirizine, which are all once-a-day preparations. Try and avoid Piriton or chlorpheniramine, which you have to take 3 times a day, but it can give you some drowsiness, which is not a feature you want, especially during the days of Hajj. If you want to use something on the skin itself to reduce the itching, you can quite easily purchase 1% hydrocortisone either from the pharmacy in the UK before you leave, or it is easily available in the pharmacies in Saudi Arabia. Now, for some people who develop severe prickly heat, especially in the armpits and behind your knees, if these areas are exposed, you may be unlucky and develop a bacterial infection because the rash is red and sore because of the inflammation. Should you develop a bacterial infection, you may need antibiotics. If your treatment is not working, I would suggest you consult a doctor or ring British Hajj Delegation. You should be able to get our Saudi number from our website, or if you know where our clinics are, then by all means come and see us. We will check it out for you. If we've got the medication, we will gladly give you the medication for free. And if we've run out, then inshallah we'll guide you to the pharmacy to purchase the right products. Be aware that in the sun in Saudi Arabia, everybody is at risk. Children can get prickly heat as well as adults. And the more time you spend in the sun, the more likely you will sweat, and the more likely your sweat ducts will get blocked, leading to prickly heat. It's uncomfortable, it's itchy, and it may take a few days to calm down, which, if it occurs just before the days of Hajj, may not lead to a pleasurable experience during the days of Hajj. So become familiar with what prickly heat is, what precautions you need to take, and inshallah you will not develop the condition and you will have a memorable, pleasurable Hajj. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.